$3.5 trillion spending plan that we've been talking about for the last several months here on Wake Up, including raising the corporate tax rate from 21% to 26.5%.
Yeah, for more on this, let's welcome in Iowa Congresswoman and member of the House Budget and Appropriations Committee, Ashley Hinson. Good morning, Congresswoman.
Good morning. Thanks for having me on.
Of course. So this proposal includes top corporate and individual tax rates of 26.5% and 39.6%. What do you see as the biggest problems with this bill?
Well, it's coming at a time when our economy needs to be unleashed, and this is not the way to do that. I just did a Main Street business tour in my district, and we're seeing incredible inflation, the highest in more than a decade, and year over year, the highest we've seen. So this is not the time to continue that spending spigot that the Democrats have rolling and have been rolling on this idea that we need to be spending we don't have on priorities Americans don't want or need right now. So these small Main Street businesses are the ones who are truly suffering right now. And then you add a corporate tax rate that makes us more taxed than China. It puts us at an incredible disadvantage. So again, Americans don't need these kinds of tax hikes. We need to be unleashing opportunity. We need to be unleashing freedom. We need less government, not more government.
Yeah,
and that's the philosophical difference here.
I agree with you, Congresswoman. A broad definition of inflation is too many dollars chasing too few goods. I made a quick little list just of some of the price differences year over year. Car rentals up 73%. Gas prices up 98 cents nationwide right now. Hotel prices up 24%. If you're buying pork, ribs, or steak at the grocery store, 13.7%. If you're a parent like I am and I've got young kids that drink milk, I'd be better off buying a cow because milk prices are up almost 9% right now. And every time I go, I'm like $6 for a gallon of milk. Joe Manchin says he's going to vote no for this bill. Does that make this bill instantly dead in the water?
Yeah, well, I think the way it's written now, it absolutely is dead on arrival in the Senate. And so I think Democrats need to come back to the table. Again, we should be focusing on priorities that Americans want to talk about right now, holding our administration accountable for what's happened in Afghanistan and talking about policies that actually will help our businesses as we're, talking about this pandemic continuing. I respect Senator Manchin in speaking out about being responsible for future pandemics and future spending challenges that we may face. We need to be putting the brakes on this package because ultimately, as we know, the way the House progressive Democrats want this, $3.5 trillion isn't even enough. So I'm hopeful that they will come to the table and have some serious conversations about stopping this spending spree that they're on. But again, this is about making sure that the American taxpayer is respected. They're darn tired of these continued talks about taking more and more of their money. Again, this is affecting your Main Street businesses, your mom's driving a minivan just like me. When you're talking about the price of milk going up, I've got a 10 and 8-year-old boy who go through a lot of milk. So I understand those grocery shopping trips and how much they cost. And ultimately, that just takes away any resources any family might have to go on a family vacation or go support a Main Street business. And so that, I think, is going to be it's just I don't know what universe they're living in where they think this is a good idea right now.
Yeah, you talk about Main Street, right? And these tax hikes, these potential tax hikes. You hear from the Biden administration say, well, this is just going to affect the rich. But it really doesn't, does it? It does affect everyone.
Yeah, inflation is a tax on every American. And I think we've seen and we've been sounding the alarm on this for months that you talk about spending and then supply. We have a supply chain that's broken. We should be looking at policies that can help fix that. We shouldn't be moving toward electric vehicle only, which is putting our biofuels producers in Iowa at an incredible disadvantage. We have green fuels ready to go. And we should be focusing on those infrastructure conversations rather than, again, spending on pie in the sky ideas that just insert more government in your life from cradle to grave.
All right. Congresswoman Ashley Hinson, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate it. Hopefully,